keep. Go keep. What's freaking going on, team? Good video today, as you've seen in the title. We're learning about the biceps, baby. We'll learn some exercises that we can do to make them look like freaking mountains. Because as we all know, curls get the girls, right? It's important to have good bicep exercises to develop those biceps. Why? Because they're the first thing that everyone's gonna see, right? They're gonna see your arms, in whether that be your shirt or your t-shirt or your But in all seriousness, you have your three main types of bicep exercises. So you have your standard curls, which could be like your barbell, normal bicep curl. We're gonna go through some of my favorites. Second one you have would be your front position type of bicep curl. So when that elbow is in front of you, that's gonna be more like our preacher curls, even some cable curls. And then our last exercise for our biceps is gonna be when the elbow is further behind our body for that more stretched position, right? So with that said, first exercise, let's get into it. Our first exercise is just gonna be our standard cable curl. Now, reason that I personally like this exercise is if you're going for something like a pump to get those biceps huge, these ones are the ones, all right? So all it is to set up, just putting the cable all the way to the bottom, attach a bar to it, attach a rope to it, whatever attachment you'd prefer, and just slam them out, right? Now, you can do these in a few variations. You can do it standing here, right? Now this is fine, but you'll find that it's a bit more difficult to get a full range of motion. So just slightly lean back and curl it all the way up. Simple as that, right? That's all it is. Now, another variation you have is you can step over the bar and lean more forward here. So from here, same thing, curl it up. Now, reason we don't want to stand straight up is because you get a mad, lean forward and really just slam them out. Let's go for a set and I'll catch you all soon. Next exercise, let's do it. All right, next exercise we have is the preacher curl. Now, this is everybody's go-to. Every single gym has it, and if you don't, I'll show you an alternative in a sec. But this is gonna be our front position elbow bicep curl, right? So, really it's simple. With your preacher curls, misconception is that not to use a full range of motion because you don't wanna bust the bicep out, right? But with all exercises where you're in an intense stretch, you don't wanna be using a heavy weight, right? If that kind of makes sense. So, let's go through a set and then I'll share some alternatives with you. Sound good? Next exercise. An alternative is using a bench with a dumbbell, right? It's literally the same thing. Elbow in front, slowly lowering it down, and then shooting all the way back up. Being sure to use a full range of motion and really get that stretch at the bottom, and then retract back to the top. Make sense? Good. Now, another alternative to a preacher curl is getting your elbows in front of you like this and doing a dumbbell spider curl, right? Keep those elbows in front of you and crank them out. Now, as another alternative, you can drop a dumbbell and just use one, like this. Now, this exercise gives you a much stronger contraction at the top, which I personally like, but some may be inclined to other things. And this can be hard to go really, really heavy with. But, like I said before, Sometimes it's about going lighter with more quality, right? Remember. Now, before we get into our last exercise, make sure you like and subscribe. And here's a little tip with all these exercises, right? Always, with every single curl, doesn't matter what you do, control it on the way down. Nice and slow, really drag out the eccentric, right? That's what's gonna get you the most growth in your biceps. Then you'll be walking around like Arnold, flexing everywhere, knowing that your curls are slow curls. Because slow curls is what really gets the girls. Like, am I right? Am I right? No. All right, last exercise, let's go. Now, our final bicep exercise is our incline curl. Now, a reason this is good is because we can get a nice long contraction on our arms here. And because our elbows are behind our body now, this is what's gonna hit our long head of our bicep, or more bias our long head of our bicep, right? So from here, contract, squeeze at the top, slowly lower down and let it stretch your bicep all the way back. Then, same thing again. Squeeze at the top, slowly lower down, and let's hit a quick set. And that about wraps it up. Now, before we go, with these exercises, here's a really good way to look at it. Now, for your normal bicep curl, whether that be on the cables or a normal barbell curl, this is the one that you should be going heavy on, right? So the idea is that you might need to cheat a little bit to get it up, but you slowly lower it down, as you can see here, right? Slam it up, slowly lower it down. Now, when I say cheat, I don't mean bend back and throw the thing with your whole back. No, a slight swing is fine. That's the limit though, right? Don't go any further than that. If I see you swinging some barbell over your head, I'm not gonna be happy. But go heavier with your normal standing curl. Then, with our front position curl, where our arms are in front of our body, this one we wanna go a bit lighter, right? Because you don't want your bicep to be flinging out of your body, right? Now, with this one, much lighter. Again, nice and controlled on the way down. Stretch your bicep, then curl it back up. Squeeze the contraction at the top. Those two things, slow eccentric, hard contraction at the top, is what's gonna grow your biceps, all right? Listen to me, I'm telling you the truth. But yes, back the weight off here, go for more controlled reps. And finally, our last curl, where our elbows are behind our back. This is gonna be really good to, again, use nice and controlled, long eccentrics on the way down, contract hard on the way up. That's what's gonna get you your bicep growth. I'm telling you now, if I don't see you freaking doing it, I'm gonna find you, right? No. I'm kidding, I love you guys deeply. And I hope you enjoyed. That's the end of the video, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe, come on. And leave a comment too if you have any questions or queries. I'm always happy to answer, and until next time. Oats!